But it's important to remember that bobcats don't want to tangle with us any more than we want to tangle with them. Most bobcats in our area weigh around 15 to 22 pounds. However, what they usually consider a meal is much smaller than they are, since their diet mainly consists of rats, mice, rabbits, and birds. Small children are too big to be considered a potential meal. However, if you have a dog, cat, or other pet smaller than 15 pounds, you should keep your animal on a leash or contained and attended when outdoors, because these smaller animals are often injured by larger domestic pets. Then, they can become prey to not only bobcats, but also the coyotes, hawks, owls, and eagles that live in the area. Remember to remove all of your pet's food or water from outdoor areas. Leaving these items outside could attract bobcats and other unwanted visitors to your yard. The safety of our residents and pets is our highest priority. We will use humane trapping for cases where certain wildlife are living in or creating a den at a residence. If you have more questions about urban wildlife, please contact Animal Services at 972-769-4360 or Plano Animal Shelter at plano.gov. If you have any other questions, send it to me at askplano@plano.gov or on any of the city's social media channels. If I don't know the answer, I'll find it for you.
Remember that this is a really cool thing you guys are doing.
Today we're celebrating Arbor Day. There's a National Arbor Day, which is in April, but in Texas we like to celebrate it on the first Friday in November.
It's cool for the kids to get to see them leave a mark on something. So doing the trees at a park that they get to play with, like they get to play at, is really cool.
There you go.
The kids are from Hedgecoax Elementary, and they came here 2 years ago, so this is their second time doing the event.
Put some more on the other side.
They actually reached out to me, so it made the Arbor Day event really easy. We have about 27 students. They're on the Eco Club, and they're really excited to be here today.
Just put it in the hole.
Last year we did some plants on our creek, and they loved that. They got to drive by every time and be like, I planted those trees. So it's just cool for them to see. They're always thought, when are we going to go plant more trees? When are we going to go plant more trees? So this is usually our biggest turnout.
A lot of these kids have not planted a tree.
You go stand over there and tell me if it's straight.
It's a way to get the students outside. It's a way to connect with the community, and we're just really happy to be working with them.
It is pretty fun.
Just a second.
Welcome to the January 21st, 2025 City of Plano Planning and Zoning Commission. Call the meeting to order at 6:02 p.m. If you all would rise and join me in the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you very much. If we can move to the consent agenda, please.
Consent agenda will be acted upon in one motion and contains items that are routine and typically non-controversial. Items may be removed from this agenda for individual consideration by commissioners or staff.
Commissioners, anybody want to remove an item from the consent agenda? Nobody? Commissioner Lingenfelter?
I move that we approve the consent agenda as recommended by staff.
Commissioner Bronski?
Second.
All right, I have a motion and a second to approve the consent agenda as presented. Hang on, she's coming. All right, everybody please vote. Motion passes 8-0. All right. Items for individual consideration. Item 1.
Items for individual consideration, public hearing items. Unless instructed otherwise by the chair, speakers will be called in the order registrations are received. Applicants are limited to a total of 15 minutes of presentation time with a 5-minute rebuttal if needed. Remaining speakers are limited to 30 total minutes of testimony time with 3 minutes assigned per speaker. The presiding officer may modify these times as deemed necessary. Administrative consideration items must be approved if they meet city development regulations. Legislative consideration items are more discretionary except as constrained by legal considerations. Agenda item number 1 is a public hearing for a preliminary replat at Congregation Anshe Torah Edition Block A, Lot 1R, which is a religious facility and daycare center on one lot on 7.1 acres located at the northeast corner of Parker Road and Willow Bend Drive, zone single family residence 20. The applicant is Congregation Anshe Torah, and item is for administrative consideration.
Good evening, Commissioners. My name is Donna Sepulvedo, lead planner with the Planning Department. This item is recommended for approval, subject to additions and/or alterations to the engineering plans as required by the Engineering Department. Happy to answer any questions.
Commissioners, any technical questions for staff? Nobody? All right, this is a public hearing, so open the public hearing. Do we have any speakers on this item?
The applicant is available for questions, and we have one registered opinion in support.
Okay, Commissioners, any questions for the applicant? Nobody? All right, I'll close the public hearing. Commissioner Lingenfelter?
I move that we approve item number 1 as recommended by staff.
Commissioner Brunoff?
Second.
Any other comments, Commission? All right. Everybody please vote. Motion passes 8-0. Item number 2.
Agenda item number 2 is a public hearing for a replat for Park Boulevard Estates West School Site number 2, Block B, Lot 1R, which is a vehicle parking lot on one lot on 3.0 acres located at the southeast corner of Parkhaven Drive and Wildcat Way. Zone Single Family Residence 9, the applicant is Plano Independent School District.
Good evening, Commissioners. My name is John Kim, planner with the Planning Department. Staff recommends that the Commission accept the applicant's request to table the replat to the February 3rd, 2025 Planning and Zoning Commission meeting. I'm available for questions.
Commissioners, any technical questions for staff? All right, we don't have any registered speakers on this, and there is a motion to request to table, so we will not necessarily have to have a public hearing. So, Commissioners, if I could get a motion. Commissioner Bronski.
I move we table this agenda item 2 to the February 3rd, 2025 Planning and Zoning Commission meeting.
Commissioner Lally.
I'll second.
All right, any other comments? Please vote. Motion passes 8-0. Item number 3.
Agenda item number 3 is a public hearing for a preliminary replat for Park Boulevard Estates, West School Site number 2, Block A, Lot 1R, which is a public school in one lot on 64.7 acres, located at the northeast corner of Independence Parkway and Park Boulevard. Zone single-family residence 9, the applicant is Plano Independent School District.
Staff recommends that the commission accept the applicant's request to table the preliminary replat to the February 3rd, 2025 Planning and Zoning Commission meeting.
Commissioners, any questions for staff? Commissioner Lawley?
Oh, it's just,
Wait, you ready? Oh, you're quick on the trigger? All right. We don't have any registered speakers, and we do have a request to table, so we're not going to open the public hearing. So, Commissioner Lawley.
yeah, I move to approve to table agenda item number 3 per staff recommendation.
Commissioner Brunoff.
To February 3rd.
To
Sorry.
February 3rd. Thank you.
I'll second.
All right, we have a motion and a second to table to February 3rd. Everybody please vote. Motion passes 8-0. Item number 4.
Agenda item number 4 is a public hearing for a preliminary replat for Park Boulevard Estates, West School Site number 2, Block A, Lot 2R, a public school in one lot on 11.9 acres located at the southeast corner of Independence Parkway and Parkhaven Boulevard. Zone single-family residence 9, the applicant is Plano Independent School District.
Staff recommends that the commission accept the applicant's request to table the preliminary replat to the February 3rd, 2025 Planning and Zoning Commission meeting. Available for questions.
Commissioners, any questions for staff? Nobody? Okay, we again don't have any registered speakers, and we have a request to table. Commissioner Brunoff.
I move that we approve tabling item number 4 to the February 3rd, 2025 Planning and Zoning Commission meeting.
Thank you. Commissioner Bender?
I second the motion.
All right, we have a motion and a second to table to the February 3rd meeting. Everybody please vote. Motion passes 8-0. Item number 5.
Agenda item number 5 is a public hearing for a zoning case 2024-026 with a request to amend Plan Development 65 Central Business 1 to modify open space and signage development standards on 275.1 acres located at the northeast corner of the Legacy Drive and Communications Parkway within the Dallas North Tollway Overlay District. The petitioner is Legacy West Investors, LP.
It's recommended that the commission accept the applicant's request to table to the February 17th, 2025 Planning and Zoning Commission meeting. Happy to answer any questions.
Any questions for staff? Nobody? Oh, yes. Commissioner Lawley.
So are they reducing the open space, or are they, how are they modifying the open space? And is it going to be in conformance with the zoning ordinances?
Sure. So they've come forward with a new open space plan, and they are increasing the open space.
And they're going to be in conformance with the zoning?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, thank you.
All right. I'll open the public hearing. We do have some registered speakers.
Yes, we have 2 registered speakers and 2 registered opinions, and the opinions are in opposition. First speaker is Diana Biscayne.
Diana here? All right. Doesn't look like she's here tonight.
Okay. And the second speaker is David Kemp.
Is Mr. Kemp in the house? Doesn't look like he's here either. Okay. Any other registered speakers?
No, sir.
All right, I'll close the public hearing. Commission? Commissioner O'Lally.
I'm going to make a motion. I make a motion to table agenda item number 5 to the February 17, 2025 per staff recommendation.
Okay, Commissioner Lingenfelter?
I'm going to second it, but I did want to put a preference. I'm glad that they are tabling it with additional time to the February 17th to give some time. But we do recognize that a couple people registered to speak in opposition, but they're not here. And the tabling, it does speak to the fact that that they're not here. It may be inconvenient because of the tabling. So I do want to make sure that this applicant considers that going forward. If they can't make the 17th deadline, that we may need to consider a longer term.
Right, any other comments, Commission? Okay, so the motion is to table this item to the February 17th meeting. Everybody please vote. Motion passes 8-0. Right, non-public hearing items.
Non-public hearing items. The presiding officer will permit limited public comment for items on the agenda not posted for a public hearing. The presiding officer will establish time limits based upon the number of speaker requests, length of the agenda, and to ensure meeting efficiency may include a total time limit. Agenda item number 6 is a discussion and action item with a extension of approval request for a replat at Murata Business Systems, Inc. Edition, Block A, Lot 1R. Request to reinstate approval of a replat for a professional general administrative office on one lot on 4.8 acres located at the northeast corner of Democracy Drive and Partnership Road. Zone commercial employment with specific use permit number 56 for commercial antenna support structure. The applicant is Democracy Partners Ltd., and this is for legislative consideration.
Hang on 1 second. We still have number 5 up on our screen. Thank you. Okay, now staff report. Thank you very much.
The applicant is requesting to reinstate approval of their replat. It expired on October 15th, 2024. The applicant was not able to file the replat within the 6-month time period due to personal reasons, as stated in the letter in your packet. There is a set of criteria, as shown on the screen, that the commission should consider during a reinstatement request. No conditions were placed on the plat with the previous approval, and no regulation changes are applicable to this development. Therefore, staff recommends approval of the reinstatement request. Happy to answer any questions.
Commissioners, any questions of staff? Commissioner Lingenfelter.
How long is the reinstatement for? Is it to July 21st? Is that essentially 6 months, another 6 months?
It would be up to the commission, but the standard for replats is a 6-month expiration time period.
Commissioner Bender.
I was going to make a motion to reinstate.
We have some speakers registered
Sorry.
on this, so give me just a
Okay.
minute. So. Okay, Commissioner
So
O'Lally.
when was the plat expired?
October 15th.
And they do have 60 days per the report, right? So did it
Yes.
not pass the 60 days?
So they can request an extension 60 days before or after the expiration, and they submitted the application right on the 60-day mark.
Okay, thank you.
Commissioner, any other questions of staff? Commissioner Bronski.
So I noticed in the letter, it talked about the property owner falling ill and requiring an extended stay in the hospital. Is the property owner the only one that could file the plat?
The property owner does need to sign the plat, so I believe they couldn't get their signature. So if they had their signature, somebody else could probably have filed it, but I think the signature was what they were waiting on.
And so a 6-month illness, can you go back to the reason for lapse? Okay, so yeah, that's all I had. Thank you.
All right, any other questions for staff? All right, we do have a couple of registered speakers on this, and I don't know if they're here just to answer questions, did they say?
Both registered speakers are the applicants that are available to answer questions.
Okay. Commission, do we have any questions for the applicant? Commissioner Raleigh.
Yeah, just one.
If the applicant's here, if y'all could come down. We have
They're both on Zoom.
Oh, they're both on Zoom.
And
Okay,
please be advised that there's 2 registered opinions, both in support.
okay. So do you want to ask the applicant a question?
Just one, are you ready to go? How
So-
soon can this be filed?
Can we get one of the applicants up on Zoom, please?
Holly Gotti and Ray Ramon, if you can turn on your camera. Thank
Could
you.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, if you can just put your name, say your name and address for the record, please, and then answer the, I don't know if you heard the commissioner's question, but if you can answer it for us.
Of course, my name is Holly Gaddy, and I live at 15995 Echo Glen in Tyler, Texas, 75703. Could you repeat that question?
Just wanted to make sure you were ready to go regarding filing and hopefully physically everything's okay.
Yes, everything, as far as I know, everything's okay. Ray Roman with AnthemNet has been the one communicating with the landowner, so I don't have an update on where he is health-wise, but from what I'm told, everything is good to go as soon as we get this approved.
Yeah, that's correct. This is Ray Roman, yes, that is correct. I actually met with the landowner last week, and he is much better, actually. Lost a lot of weight, but he is much better.
All right. Okay, any other questions for the applicant? No other questions? Commissioner Brunoff, sorry.
The Lingenfelter's.
Oh, Commissioner Lingenfelter?
I didn't have a question, I was just gonna make a motion. Do you have a question? Or?
I just want to ask the applicant, how much time do you need to file this plat?
Not much. I think we're ready to move forward.
So are we talking, what, a week, 30 days?
Holly?
Would
I
30?
think 30 days would give us enough time. I mean, I don't see why we couldn't get it done in 30 days.
Okay, thank you.
Yes, sir.
All right. Now, Mr. Lingenfelter, Commissioner.
I was just gonna grant, I move that we grant the reinstatement of the plat as requested, even for the July 21st. I think that's fine, and I wish the applicant best of health.
Commissioner Ollie.
I'll second that.
All right, any other comments from the commission? Everybody please vote. Motion passes 8-0. All right. Comments of public interest?
Comments of public interest. This portion of the meeting is to allow up to 3 minutes per speaker with 30 total minutes on items of interest or concern and not on items that are on the current agenda. The Planning and Zoning Commission may not discuss these items, but may respond with factual or policy information. The Planning and Zoning Commission may choose to place the item on a future agenda. The presiding officer may modify these times as deemed necessary. Chair, please be advised that we do have one registered speaker via Zoom, but they have not logged on.
Okay. Well, if they haven't logged on, they're not present. So, all right, well, hopefully they'll join us some other time. All right, no other business before the commission. Let me get to, hang on, just a second. I'm out of order here. All right, that's it, right? Okay. Yes, sir. Yeah, so no other business tonight, but I do want to congratulate Mr. Bell on his recent promotion, and thank you for continuing to guide us through this process, but thank you for your service, and congratulations. With that said, oh, yeah, so other comments? Mr. Bronski.
Yeah, I just want to say, over the last several years, serving with Mr. Bell has been a pleasure, and it's a great honor to see your promotion, and I wish you quite well and hope you stick around with the city of Plano for a long time, because I believe that the commitment that we see in your service from my time with the comprehensive plan till today has enriched my life as well as the lives of all Plano residents. And so I just want to say thank you very much for what you do every day, because it matters.
You're here. All right. With that said, we will stand adjourned at 6:23 p.m.
Companies.
Yes.
Toyota.
Yes.
Liberty Mutual.
JP Morgan Chase Bank, about 2014, 2015 or so, began to attract these companies. In fact, Toyota, they were looking for a presence in the middle of the country where they could be close to the east and to the west, particularly by air, but located in an urban, large urban environment. And even though Plano's not in the middle of the country as far as east, west, north, south, we are in the middle of the country in terms of between the east and the west coast, and that's why they chose this area.
Steve, we're in North Plano now, just off Hedgecoats Road, between Custer Road and Preston. This area, again, was a little bit different from what we saw in Central Plano. How so?